Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully Akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halaki from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, with another lesson. And in this lesson, man, we're gonna the focal point is going to be prophesying against Esau, because that's what we're being commanded to do. And why do we do this? We do this because this man has a tremendous amount of crimes that he is yet to pay for, and we are here to tell him through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai that he's going to pay. You see, these devils are going to pay for every single drop of Israelite blood they shed here on this planet Earth, because you have more and more information coming out on all the atrocities, the rape, the robbery, the murder that Esau's committed against the Israelites, and we're letting you know right here that they have to pay. You see, the pagan Christian church don't go into these judgments, man. They're in the earth talking about, oh, the Edomites are done away with. That's not the case, because Esau is a prominent figure in end-time judgment, man. You see? And the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary tells you that Esau is the only neighbor to the nation, or neighboring nation to the Israelites that's not promised any mercy from the Most High. And that's what you find written in the scriptures. These damn devils, they have to pay for what they've done, man. So let's start right here in Nahum 1:3. It says, Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. You see that? That's what it is right there. The Most High is not going to acquit the wicked, man. He's not going to acquit Esau. Esau is not getting away. This is why we see his country being brought into shambles, man. His power structure is collapsing right around us. And that's all according to the will of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. You see? The Most High is bringing this man down, just like he promised he would do. For what? For what he's done unto his people. For what Esau has done unto the people of the Lord, which are us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now what we're going to go into is this Ezekiel 35. This is one of my favorite chapters to go into, because this is a whole chapter dedicated to the downfall and destruction of Esau Edom. Oh shit, and even the complete eradication of that nation of people, because according to biblical prophecy, according to the Most High's will, when it's all said and done, Esau Edom, the so-called white race, will be eradicated from the planet Earth. You see, one day you're going to wake up and there will be no more Edomites on this earth, man. No more so-called white people. You see that? This is what Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has pronounced against this nation for all that they have done. And this is what they've been ordained to be. They're the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. Let's get that real quick. This is what this nation of people has been ordained to be. Yup. Romans 9:22, it says what? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, and do it with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And that's what they are. This is what they have been created to be. They are the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. This is their purpose on the earth. This is the only reason the Most High created this nation of people. It was to destroy them. Why? It tells you. Let me see. Yup. And at the end of the day, it's all because what? Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai can do whatever he wants. Romans 9:15, for he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. And that's just what it is. The Most High doesn't owe anyone an explanation. He set the Israelites up to be the vessels of his glorification. And he set the Edomites up to be the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. You see? This is just the truth of the matter. This is reality, man. See, these Edomites have pushed forth this philosophy that all people are God's people and all people are created equal. That's a damn lie. Because when you look into the earth, you don't see that. You see? The Israelites are not treated equal to every other nation. We're on the bottom, and every nation look down upon us. You see? Let's get another one real quick. This is Proverbs 16 and 4. It says what? For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. This is what these people have been created for. The day of evil is the day of the Lord, when he brings that great judgment and that ultimate destruction of the land of America to the earth. You see? This is where everything is leading to. Now we go back to Ezekiel 35 and let's get it. Ezekiel 35, and it says what? Prophesy against Mount Seir, which is the original dwelling place of the Edomite. You see, that's the homeland that they were given in the earth. But now they've scattered themselves all over the place, going through the earth, rape, robbing, and murdering, stealing lands. You see? It says what? Verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And this is what we're commanded to do as the prophets, man. As the men of the Lord, we're set to set our face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Not to be going along to get along, not to be out here in the earth talking about, oh, we need to start talking about Esau, and Esau ain't the so-called white man. All this bullshit that these false Israelite camps are speaking. Like one body in Yahweh Shai, the leaders of the new covenant, whatever the fucking name is, and whoever else is saying anything other than what the Most High said. The Most High has told us, as his servants, to prophesy against this nation of people, man, because he has pronounced great judgments against them. Verse 3 says what? And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And this is what it is, man. The Most High is not for these people. You will look at these people and think the Most High is for them because he's given them a great portion of the land. They're the richest people on the earth. You see? They got everything their heart could wish. And you would think, oh, the Most High is with these people. These have to be the Most High's people. No, man. All they're doing is fulfilling that blessing that our forefather Isaac gave unto their forefather Esau. This is what they're living out. You see? And this blessing that they have is temporary. And the word is about to witness the Most High take this all away from them. You see? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is going to take everything away from these Edomites that he's given them in the earth. That includes sovereignty and power and dominion. You see? This abundance of resources. All this is about to be taken away from these people because the Most High is not with these people. You see? It says what? He will stretch out his hand against this place and make it desolate. And that's what America's about to be brought into. A complete state of desolation, man. A complete state of emptiness. And how is that going to be done? That's going to be done by 200 million thermonuclear warheads raining down upon this place. That's what's set to befall Babylon the Great, man, as a punishment for the Edomites. Verse 4 says what? I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see that? This is what's coming. Once again, that desolation is going to be brought to pass by way of what? Nuclear destruction. And they're going to know because what? The prophets will let you know who's bringing this upon you. Because when you go to the pagan Christian prophets, they're not talking about destruction upon America. They're talking about God bless America. And that's the complete opposite of what we actually see in the earth. Homelessness is rising. The cost of living is rising. People are losing, having their houses foreclosed on. They're having their cars repoed. They're living paycheck to paycheck. Groceries are fucking through the roof. Violent crime is on the rise. Now you got a bunch of uproars of the people in the earth. You see, so how can you say the Most High is blessing this place? This place has been cursed by the Most High from the beginning, man. You see? This is what it is. It says what? Verse 5, because and why is he doing this? Verse 5 lets us know, it says what? Because I has had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. This is why these great judgments are being brought upon this place, man. For how this place was gotten. How was it gotten? They stole it by way of the sword, man, committing mass genocide against so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, which are Israelites. How was this country built up? It was built upon the backs of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans via the transatlantic slave trade. You see, and if you ever watch that show Hell on Wheels, it shows a lot of that, man. It shows how they were building a railroad across the country, and they were just killing Israelites to make way for the railroad. How do you think they've come to have these lands and these properties that they have all throughout this country? By way of rape, robbery, and murder, man. Of who? Of the children of Israel. Now it's time for them to be repaid. And it's only right, man. That's true judgment and justice. People look at it as crazy when we say these things, but have you forgotten that the only reason you're able to go to Starbucks in whatever neighborhood you live in is because that land was stolen by your forefathers by way of the sword? The reason you can go to Pizza Hut and goddamn to the bowling alley or the movie theater or a fucking national park is because that land was stolen by your forefathers by way of the sword, by way of rape, robbery, and murder of the children of Israel. So when we tell you about these judgments that the Most High is about to send upon this place, they're well deserved, man. They're well deserved. Because you got to be out of your fucking mind if you think that nothing has to be done for what was done unto our people here in this land. You out of your damn mind, man. And this is why we're not looking for justice from our enemies. We're looking for judgment and justice to come from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and it will. You see, it will. Verse 7 says what? Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. You see, all the males of Esau are going to be cut off here in the land of America, man. Every single one of you Edomites are going to be destroyed here, unless your ass is drafted and sent to World War III in the Middle East. Then you're going to die over there. But a whole lot of Edomite men are about to be slaughtered, man, about to be put to death. You see? Man and boys. Verse 8 says what? And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because what? Because once America falls, it's not going to be risen up again. You see? This place is going to become a barren wasteland once it finishes burning. You see, it's going to burn from the north to the south, from the east to the west. Everything in between, this shit is going to be burned up by way of nuclear fire. You see, and it tells us this in Isaiah. And there's multiple places it tells us this, but I want to grab it right here in Isaiah 34. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. It shall come down upon, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. That sword that's going to be bathed in heaven is those nuclear missiles, man, being shot out of whatever silo they're in into the upper atmosphere, traveling to their destination, which is here to the land of America. You see, the land of Idumea. Idumea being who? You Edomites, you so-called white people. That's who you are. It says what? And upon the people of my curse to judgment. That's what you Edomites are. That's what you Idumeans are. You are the people of the Most High's curse to judgment. You have been cursed to receive this judgment, and even more judgments in the kingdom of heaven. You see, because when you are reincarnated in the kingdom of heaven, after you die on this side, You're going to be born into shackles and chains, man. You're going to be born into slavery. Just like when we woke up in this reincarnation, we were slaves, man. The same thing is about to happen to you Edomites. And once that is finished, that 1,000 years of hardcore slavery in the kingdom of heaven, that first dominion, we're going to gather all of you Edomites up, and we're going to destroy you and eradicate you from the planet. Because there will be no need for you in a righteous kingdom. You are the wicked. There is no wicked needed in the kingdom of heaven, man. But we go on. Verse 6 says what? The sword of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And that's talking about the destruction of America and the people in it. The only ones who are going to escape this destruction is the remnant of the nation of Israel, those who serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see? This is what the Most High has ordained for this place because of what? Because of what you have done to his people. And it tells you that the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And we got all your accounts. You make TV shows about it. Hey, you write it down in your history books. You see, you make movies about it. Oh, it's a new one coming out. Death of the Flower Moon or something like that, where you had these Israelite jakes, these Northern Kingdom jakes. They were like oil tycoons, and you had Esau moving down there where they were, and they were usurping the land from Jake. Hey, murdering them in cold blood, to the point to where the U.S. government had to send people down to investigate all the murders that were going on. It's the newest one. I can't remember exactly what the title of the movie is, but it just came out. There's another account against you. Not to mention all the slave movies that you're so in love with making to degrade the so-called blacks. You have to pay for all those things, man. So this judgment that's going to be brought upon you is completely justified. You see? And we can't wait to see it. So this is why the Most High has a great slaughter prepared for this place. It goes on to say what? Verse 7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. And why is the Most High doing all this, man? He goes on to explain why. Verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses or repayments. The word recompense is going to be repaid. What are you being repaid for? For the controversy of Zion, for what you've done unto the Israelites. You see? It's all for what you've done unto the Israelites. Beginning with the remnant. You see? Verse 9 goes on to say what? And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. By way of what? Thermal, nuclear, fire. You see that? It says what? Verse 10. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever and ever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. This is what's coming. This is what it is. You see that? This land will never be inhabited once the Most High destroys it. You see, this land is going to become a home for desert creatures and unclean birds, man. No human being will ever step foot in this land or live in this land ever again, man. You see? So going back to Ezekiel 35, it says what? Let's read verse 9 again. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Going to back up what we just read in Isaiah 34. And there's multiple places that you can get this in the scriptures. You see? Because these visions are faithful and true. If the Most High said it, it will be done. Now it goes on to say, verse 10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yahweh was there. You're talking about the northern or the southern kingdom, or the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, the Israelites. See, you're trying to be God over us, but at the end of the day, You're not a God, man. You're the basis of man. You're the lowest form of man on this planet Earth. The so-called white man is. Our God is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. You see? You're not the Most High. I know your ego is inflated to the point that you think you are, but you're not. You see? You're not. And we know what you're trying to do. We know you're trying to bring that device out to implant our people with it. But you're only going to get those of the 2/3. You're not going to get the remnant, man. Because hey, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We're going to stand 10 toes down and tell you to your fucking face that you are not our God, man. You're just a man, and you're the lowest form of man on the earth, and we're the highest form of man on the earth. You see, you just think we lowly because we're in this condition right now. But we're here to let you know that a greater glory is coming for the remnant of Israel, man. So verse 11 says what? Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Hey, because the remnant, we know who bringing the judgment. We know what it's going to be. We know that this is what's coming for you, Edomites. Hey, this is what awaits you when it's all said and done. And the Most High is going to punish you for all the hatred that you showed toward us, all the lynchings, all the mutilations, a gator bait. Just seen a video earlier about how they did Nat Turner when they finally killed him. How they turned his flesh into lamps and purses and grease and used his bone for souvenirs. All type of shit you were doing to our people. You see? The Sand Creek Massacre, the Trail of Tears, the Indian Removal Act, the transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade. You motherfuckers got a lot to pay for, man. Redlining, giving us the bullshit education in these public schools, putting poisons in our neighborhood. You see? Defiling our music to the point to where you see Sexy Red and Suki Hana being the fucking the women being propagated as the face of hip hop. That's all been done by you Edomites, man. And the list goes on. You see, the Most High is going to punish you for that. And it's going to be brutal. It is going to be brutal what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is going to do to you. So it goes on to say, verse 12, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. And this is what you think. Running all type of experiments on our people, fucking Tuskegee syphilis experiment. You see, AIDS came from the Edomites putting crack in our neighborhoods, heroin in our neighborhoods. Once again, the list goes on. Saying we three-fifths of a human. We descended from monkeys. Nigga, what? We're nothing but slaves. This is all the shit you told us, man. Once again, the list goes on. The Most High has witnessed all this, man. You heathen have not gotten away. Especially you Edomites, man. The Most High has witnessed everything that you've done to every single last one of his children, man. You see? Nothing that you've done is being hidden, Esau. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has seen everything. Verse 13 says what? Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. You hear that? The Most High has heard all the words that you've spoken against him. God is dead. God is trans. Jesus is trans. God loves everybody. God is a woman. Oh, once again, the list goes on. You see? Oh. What this nigga Harari say? That their guys now? Their guys is going to be AI? The Most High is hearing all this shit, man. He's watching everything you're doing. Not one word that you've spoken has gone unheard by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So this is why this judgment is going to be so great when it comes. Ezekiel 35:14 says what? Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And when will the whole earth rejoice? The whole earth is going to rejoice once the Israelites come into power. You see? Once we get everything set up and that first dominion is completed, you see, and the earth is back in that state of paradise that the Most High intended to be from the beginning, the heathen nations are going to be rejoicing. But guess what's going to happen to you Edomites, man? We're going to eradicate you from the earth, man. You see, we're going to get rid of you so-called white people from the earth because, once again, you're not needed. And what backs that up is this, Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For Yahweh hath spoken it. There it is. There it is, man. The Most High is going to allow his people to devour you when that day comes. And it's going to be according to the Most High's anger and according to the Most High's fury, as it tells you in Ezekiel 25. And why is this being done? For everything that you've done unto us. What comes around, what goes around comes around, man. And like the scriptures tell you, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. You see, a burn for a burn, a lash for a lash. Everything that you've done unto us, we're going to do it unto you in righteousness. Like we read in the first scripture that we opened up with, hey, the Most High will not at all acquit the wicked, man. You're not going to be acquitted. You see? You devils gonna pay. You gonna pay. You see? So you can continue to walk around in pride and being arrogant, as if you're not gonna be touched. But we already know what your fate is, man. You see? So we go back. It says what? Verse 15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. And this is what's coming upon you. You see, it starts with the Most High dismantling Babylon the Great and destroying it by way of nuclear fire. Then we're going to go through all the earth, gather up the rest of you Edomites, shackle and chain your ass up. You see, march you right into hardcore captivity to build up our land. Once that 1,000 years is done, you're out of there. Eradication, annihilation, termination, extermination. You see? All the Asians. But this is what it's going to be, man. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has created us to do. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, and Ba.